Hi, I'm Slack, this is Tony and welcome to SmogVlog. Today we're going to be chatting crap about vaping and going through the vaping news. So, it's been another fairly crap week following on from the great 95% Better For You Public Health England report. The media is still in an angry backlash mode. Tone, what are we going to talk about first?
We should probably touch on the TDP and everything that's been going on in the news over the past week about that, because it's been fairly heavy. So the TDP, if you don't know, there's so much to it, we're not going to go too deep. Basically though, the Europeans, Brussels is trying to impose law on e-cigarettes. It got passed last year anyway. And it's going to be made law on the 20th of May, or it is going to be brought into effect on the 20th of May next year.
So the first thing it's going to mean for vapers is you're not going to be able to get juice bigger than 10 mils. So this bad boy would be right out of there. Next up is tanks. No tanks over 2 mils, which is shit. Nowadays, all the tanks I'm looking at least the 4 mil mark and going up. What the point in that is, I have no freaking idea, because it's like saying, oh well, emissions are bad on your car, therefore you can only have a small petrol tank. The fuck? And the last thing is going to be to do with regulation of e-liquid and stuff, which Totally Wicked picked up on. They're just saying it's going to totally ruin your sort of choice of it. It's going to knock people who are making this shit out of the water. It's too much red tape to jump through, people won't bother, and it's going to be shit. It's also going to mean things like sealed units and just loads of other shits in there, and how it's actually going to play out, I'm not entirely sure, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, so Totally Wicked are going to be challenging this.
Yeah, on the 1st of October this year, they're going to be taking it to the Court of Justice of the European Union.
So, when Totally Wicked do go to the European Court thing, bastards, they're going to be taking with them signed petitions, like online signed petitions. The thing is though, on the website, according to the website, the latest update, they've only got about 45,500 signatures. Now, for an industry that's pulling in £2 billion, I think, there's more than 45,000 people spending that money. We need everyone to fucking sign this form.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this and you haven't signed it yet, I highly recommend you do, just to show your support. Be part of the movement. You don't have to do anything other than give your email address. We're not asking, for your fucking date of birth, your mother's maiden name, and all that shit. It's not a security concern. Just get involved. Do something.
Literally, guys, if we don't fucking do this, everything that we fucking love, all of these mods, everything, it fucking goes. Police aren't going to be coming around your house, don't get me wrong, but you won't be able to buy the latest, greatest shit that we fucking like buying, because it won't be allowed to be made anymore, because it will be against this fucking ruling. And once your shit breaks, and you can't replace it, that's it. You're shit out of luck. We're all shit out of luck.
Yeah, and just think how exciting vaping is at the moment. Going back only a few years, there was fuck all choice. You're on ego batteries and shit. Now it's just these huge mods. You got amazing temperature control stuff coming in with the health improvements that sort of claims there. All of this stuff is developing at such a fast rate, and that will be killed dead.
Okay, so the TDP with Totally Wicked, we're going to link you up down below in the description box with the fast link to just put your name in, put your email address, send it off, be put on that list, just so that Totally Wicked can take it to the courts or wherever the fuck it is, and tell them, we don't want this shit, fuck off Brussels.
Yeah, this is going to be the most important thing you do today. If you're watching YouTube videos, you can do it at the same time. If you're spending time watching our channel, you can do it at the same time. Just do it. Tell your friends. Everyone who vapes should be on this.
Right. Slack up next with the next happy news article.
Yeah, so some kid in America blew his face up while vaping. Now, Fox News have grabbed hold of this and they're sort of plastering it. And it's a thing. Do not vape it. It's fucking dangerous, and all this stuff. However, looking at his setup that you can see has clearly exploded. He's got a sort of sealed tube mod. The battery's obviously exploded. I mean, battery safety, it's pretty fundamental. And what I don't like about this, I mean, I feel sorry for the guy, because like yesterday his battery was working, then today it explodes, But they're using this as a basically show and tell for why vaping is bad and should be banned. If every time someone got fucking hurt or killed in a car, they were talking about just banning cars. I mean, cars have recalls because they fucking set on fire or the brakes don't work, yet they don't talk about banning the cars. It's just a bit of a product recall, Battery safety should be stressed. I'm quite happy that battery safety at sale point, or the mod sale point that you're going to be using it with, is stressed really strongly. Something I feel very importantly about. Tony, let's say, is a little bit more laid back about it than me. But blaming e-cigarettes on this is not entirely fair, I don't think.
If I can just chime in on the argument. He's a 23-year-old, so he's not a kid, he's actually a legal adult, in America. But, if your battery's venting, it's not doing it quietly. They make a bit of a fucking hissing sound. Now, if I've got a mod in front of my face and it's going at me, and I'm not making it do that,
and it's going to be unnecessarily hot to
that
hold.
Shit is going to be thrown on the fucking ground away from my fucking face.
Yeah, so it wasn't that long ago that there was a vaping competition and someone's mod blew up. Now, that guy realised what was going on. He'd been doing some extremely low sub-ohm stuff, and so, you've got to be really careful with your battery safety when you're doing that. And he knew it was going wrong. He had time to sort of run away, chuck it, and it was okay. It couldn't have been, it could have been much worse, but you do get some notice generally. And this is just one story, There have been a few battery explosions. Laptop batteries fucking explode. There's no talk about banning laptops. It's not being championed that laptops are really bad for your health. It's just crazy.
Oh, no. I mean, you talking about cars getting recalled. Mine's been recalled 4 times. I've never seen a penny from them. I mean, I don't get anything from them. It just gets fixed and then we go on about our day. It all comes down to the fact that e-cigs are the news. They're the hot news topic. And anything bad that happens with them, they fucking jump all over. Which is, just contributes to the ratings that we talked about the other week of, how people view vaping and how they view that it's dangerous and positive numbers have actually gone down in the last year or so.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what, after, this Public Health England 95% better, and then the massive media backlash to that, it's going to be interesting to see what the general public's opinion of this is, once the dust has settled.
Ultimately, though, about this news article, 23-year-old bloke, it just comes down to battery safety and knowing what you're doing, and doing it safely.
Yeah, and having a vent in your mod. So to try and end a fairly shitty news segment on a high, Linda Bauld has sort of done a report and been having fun in Twitter this week.
Okay, Linda Bauld, who is the Deputy Director for the UK Centre for Tobacco and Alcohol Studies at the Stirling University, has been going through a shitload of research papers, studies, and found that amongst young people. Okay, so she's found that contained within these studies of the research done, that the kids using e-cigarettes is a very small amount and contained to youngsters that have only sort of like tried smoking anyway.
Yeah, so going through some of her studies, she found that in Wales alone, there was a whopping 54 youths who had sort of habitually started using e-cigarettes. That's 54 out of 9,000, which is about 0.5%. So this is a really small number. And when I was at school, a lot more than 0.5% smoked cigarettes, even though we knew smoking kills. We did it. Yeah, she does sort of mention that, you know, trial of the devices is actually on the up a bit, 12%. However, yeah, she goes on to say that, but this is mainly among kids who smoke anyway. You know, I smoked when I was a kid. It wasn't, you know, you weren't allowed to, but I did anyway. So, yeah, it's really nice to have like such a sort of clear, open, independent, because she is actually independent, not related to any pharmaceutical, e-cigarette, tobacco, nothing. She's properly independent and has a voice of reason, which is quite nice. Do you know?
And has been having to defend her actions on Twitter quite a bit.
Yeah, there's been a few people trying to call her out, and their arguments just come off us a bit dumb, really. Okay, that's the news out of the way. Let's talk about product updates from the reviews we've done over the last week or so. First one is the Smog M80 X Pro.
Yeah.
Used it at all since?
I'll tell you what, it's a device that I just like to have about because it's so fucking versatile. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. It doesn't do temperature control great, which we said in the video, but you know, it's got 80 watts of power. It's 5,000 milliamp hour battery, two 18650s inside it at any rate. It's USB chargeable, which I fucking love. And you got mic mode on it, so you can just stick your fucking whatever RDA, whatever you want on it. Like I said, it's not one that's going to go out of rotation for me. I'm very happy. Next up was the H cigar.
Yeah, so I'm still loving this. This has it's basically the only unit I use at the moment. Hopefully going to get hold of the VT Box 200, give that a go, another DNA 200 device. I'm really loving it, no matter what I do, whether I've got a dripper on it, whether I've got a tank on it, whether it's TC, it does it all really well. Brilliant, yeah, still loving it. Still not loving the brass 510 connector. I might upload a picture of the wear and tear already on it. But now I've sort of stopped reviewing it. I've slowed down changing tanks. I mean, I was literally doing it about 20 times a day, swapping everything about. I'm down to about 4 or 5 times a day now, which is probably means I'm going to get another couple of weeks out of that brass 510 yet.
We've got Godzilla.
Yeah, which I'm actually rocking on my H-Cigar VT200. Yeah, so we said in that we're going to give it a try with 22 gauge. Thanks. Wires. We've done it. I'm still not a fan. It's not a great build for it. So I think next I'm probably going to go 26 gauge and 2 strands of 28 gauge, all twisted up. See how that goes.
Maybe if we're feeling brave, we'll knock up a Clapton.
I can't be arsed with Claptons. I might pre-buy some Claptons or just use some fucking guitar strings, but I really couldn't be arsed making Claptons. Too much work, not enough reward. But yeah, still loving Godzilla. It is a bit of a dick to build on just because of it being at jaunty angles to line your coils up. But yeah, next build I reckon we'll nail it and it'll all be great.
And so lastly this week for the vlog, upcoming videos that we're working on at the minute. First up we've got the Smog X Cube 2, bit late to the party with it, but you know, fuck it, I thought we'd give it a try.
Yeah, great little TC device.
Next up to pair with the Smog battery is the Smog TF V4.
Yeah, so together, if we'd bought them together, they make the Smog Cloud Machine, which they claim is like the best e-cigarette experience ever. We're going to give that a go, see what we think.
I'm a bit curious about this myself, because although people are saying that it produces huge clouds, they're also saying you get quite significant loss of flavour. And we've got quite a few juices that I know how they should taste. And lastly, no, that's not lastly then. We're going to be doing you another e-juice review from a few different other vendors that we've got.
We've been nomming on this week.
And also I've got the Goblin coming, Goblin Mini. So yeah, the Goblin Mini paired up with the iJust 2. Looking forward to that still. Hurry up and deliver it.
Yeah, post bastards.
I'll tell you what, I stalk my postie now. I really do.
Yeah, I bet he loves delivering to your house.
Really, strange little bastard he is.
Give me a house with a German Shepherd any day.
He's walking up the path and I'm opening the door. What have you got? What have you got? What have you got? And he's sort of like... "Ah."
I'm like that even when I haven't ordered stuff, just in case.
Always like a surprise.
Yeah.
That was really close to my face.
That's right, you've got mad skills, isn't it?
It was like, oh, hand.
Knuckles. Knuckles. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, lastly, I mean, we're not reviewing it, but yeah, round nose pliers, awesome. If you're into building coils and you've got giant fingers like I have, these are just awesome, awesome, awesome. So, you know, once you've built your coil and you want to adjust the angle so it fits neatly into your holes, it is brilliant. I don't know why Coilmaster don't have this. Holes?
Yep.
Yeah. Why Coilmaster don't have this included, I don't know. Hopefully in V4 it will come. So yeah, those of you who aren't following us on Twitter wouldn't have seen the uppy-closey picture of these. Yeah, $350 eBay for the win.
Okay, so that's it for the vlog this week. Thanks for tuning in and you know, spending your time with us. Please, if you think we're doing a good job, give us a like, dislike. Don't do a dislike because we like the likes. We're all about the likes.
I'm happy for dislikes, to be honest, because the internet's full of people with different opinions. But it'd be nice if you tell us why you don't like it.
Please.
And I can't change my face. That just happens.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and
Facebooks.
And also Instagram, which we've got a follower on already, and I just created the account. I'm sorry to whoever's following us, we've got no pictures on there because I'm still working out how to use Instagram.
You fucking pleb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching SmogVlog.
It's still moist. Oh no. Yeah, a little bit moist.
Oh,
No, maybe not.
oh, Johnson.
Oh no, that was just a grape melon. And then whack her in.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, you too much, man. Too much. It's gone everywhere.
Oh,
It's
no.
like literally bulging out the side.
Oh.
It's going to cover the air holes.
Oh.
I'm basically going to breathe this liquid in directly. Just, oh look. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it's all sticky.
Fucking show off.
One line. One line.
So,
Stop sewing.
shut up.
Go in.
She's balls deep.
Slack.
No, shut up.
Thanks. Bastard. Mmm, creamy. Perv.
That's so wrong. Taste the bitty goodness.
That's better.
I want to say M80.
No, let's do it again.
Yeah. What is it?
X Pro. X Cube 2. Fuck you!
Ready?
Yep,
Good.
yep. Oh.
You used it this week. That's really good.
Yeah, I didn't use it during all the fucking news stories. Saw it afterwards and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
That was good coverage. That
Yeah.
really was. You've been practicing. You go the distance.
All over the camera.
Oh, I can make it! Yes! Geronimo!